Well, hello YouTube! Greetings from the LazyEyebrowReviewer to the sequel review of the figure from last week. Yes, this is the review for Titan's Return Sixshot, a figure whose announcement surprised pretty much everyone because what were the odds that Hasbro would pull out the big guns and release this guy with 6 guns? Given that's the retail release period we're in, I guess this isn't that surprising, but anyway, following suit of last week, at least for the little bit of this review, let's start with the weakest mold. Tank, or anti-aircraft thingamajiggadoodle. Honestly, it's okay. Certainly not that bad. You get your cockpit that supports a Titan Master for this mode, you have variable barrel control for multiple target aiming. As an anti-aircraft tank thing, it pretty much hits the mark, and definitely updates itself from what was the G1. And actually, that's something we see quite a lot in this review. I mean, yes, I totally ragged on some of the G1 Sixshot molds, maybe a bit too much, but reason being, it wasn't Hasbro cherry-picking from existing lines like Microchange or Diaclone. It was them using their creative abilities to make an original design. A few modes felt incredible, other modes felt kind of forced, but for its time, it was definitely achievement of a figure. But this figure, this isn't pioneering some new concept where the sky's the limit for what you want to do. Much like the third companies around today, it's pretty much homaging the original, but it's licensed, so it's even better. And, well, spoiler alert, I also feel it does better than some third-party company attempts too. And well, even just in tank mode, it's already an improvement. The independent missile rack legs, as well as an actual cockpit that isn't just a black square wolf jaw, make this a rather functional mode. Alright, let's move on to that weird car mode the G1 Toted. Remove the guns, move the wings up and out of the way, as well as the treads as well. Fold down and rotate around the legs, and then pick them together to make a front end. Take the tank guns and interlock them together. Flip around the tank treads, rotate the front wheel assembly 180 degrees, rotate the back wheel 90 degrees, and swing the whole assembly around until you can peg the front wheel into the body. Peg the wings back into the position they were in tank mode, pop the guns into the wings, and a car! And actually, this attempt doesn't look half bad. In fact, I'd go as far to say it looks really good. Yeah, it kinda looks truck-ish, but it does look way better than that sorry excuse that was the G1 car. I love how the front end looks like a big brick-like mid-70s Cadillac. How they were able to redesign the front end to actually work this way instead of weird open gaps at the front. I love that the wheel assembly stays in line with the black side pieces that were designed to fit in pretty fantastically with the car. The windshield looks great. The kibble wings don't look super imposing. And just all in all, they have massively improved this mode. And I actually appreciate that. One of the things they've improved is giving this mode even more playability with the headmasters. First off, the tank cockpit is still accessible for headmasters to man the guns and harpoons. Harpoon away! One more pass. Second, this car is a 2-seater for other headmasters. I mean, road trip? Heck yeah! All in all, what was once the weakest mode on the G1 is now a fairly competent, stylish-looking brick of a car with loads of functions and goodies. Alrighty then, on to the next mode. Wings out of the way, arms out, rotate them 180. On the forearms, rotate the wheels pointing up and collapse them. Rotate the green wheel section 180 degrees, and push the arm assembly in towards the body. Clip the wings back into the body and extend them outwards. Swing out the 2 nose cone bits, rotate the tips inward, and close them all up and make sure the whole thing locks together. Flip the whole thing over, pop the guns into the wing tips, on the top open this panel and flip out the fins. And Space Fighter Jet Mode. And truth be told, this is actually an impressive mold too. As I mentioned last week, this was my favorite mode on the G1, and that kinda carries over here as well, as this is an excellent space fighter. The design, the intakes, the everything about it is just amazing. Compared to the G1, you can definitely see where Hasbro has drawn inspiration from the original, while also making slight but very welcome adjustments to clean this guy up. Like a landing skid, for instance. One thing you may have noticed, or maybe not because of how the guns are attached, the Titan's return wings are actually shorter than the original. This goes a long way to helping other modes like car and tank, but for Space Fighter, they make up for this by side mounting the gun so the wings look as big as they used to. Amazing! That is genius! You'll notice the tail fins are a bit shorter too. This is so that instead of folding over each other and looking a little silly, they can neatly, and dare I say geniusly also, store themselves concealed away from the other modes. I don't think words can express how incredible I think this idea is. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the only Sixshot that does this, right? That's just, Really? It was a leader class retail figure that decided to do the smart thing, not some third-party masterpiece type figure? I'm flabbergasted. Just in short, man, they went all out on this guy and I love it. Mode 4. Split and swing while rotating the tips, the nose cone. Unfold the guns again, mount the guns up top, take the tank cockpit and fold it up along with the wings until they meet and tab into each other. And here we have it, submarine mode. Okay, no, we all know what this is, Hasbro. You can't pull the wool over our eyes. This is the space gun, and it's a pretty slick one too. The new accordion leg joints mean that the blaster becomes a well-built, self-contained blaster that doesn't look like a shockwave ripoff. No, it actually looks like its own unique thing. I mean, you totally could extend the legs if you wished, but why would you want to? I love how Sixshot gets to have his 6 barrels, so he can literally 6 shoot. There's no trigger, mind you, but who cares? All in all, I love this gun mode. It's amazing and definitely a sweet upgrade from the Sixshot we rocked 30 years ago. Or last week. Okay, mode 5. Here we go. Remove the guns, extend the legs on their accordion hinge, move the guns back, and flip out the toes. Rotate the legs 90 degrees, move the shoulder joints forward, rotate the green wheel bit, then rotate the forearm, and flip out those toes. Untab the wings and pull the head down. Tab the guns into each other and plug them into the back of the body and wolf mode. Now this is a wolf mode. Check out that head sculpt. Those toes not only on the back, but on the front too. The guns make a pretty sweet tail. The stature of the figure of itself, this is just awesome. And quite honestly, a vast improvement over the G1. And I know I keep saying it, but I mean it. I mean, that looked wolf-ish, but this, man, there's just no denying it. The back looks substantially tidier with the way the legs transform now and everything. And yes, just like the original, he too comes with articulation in wolf mode. Arms and legs, which we'll cover a bit later. The neck, just like the G1, it moves. And the jaw does too. Except this actually looks like a wolf jaw. I love it. Hey, Sixshot. Yeah, man, what's up? Have you seen the price of Masterpiece Megatron 2.0? No, I can't say a hat. Okay, so the transformation is literally the G1s with some slight tweaking. Like, you put the paws away, stand the guy up, and pull out the head. So, I kind of feel like skipping the transformation. So, Midna, if you could. So, Sixshot. Oh, wait, sorry. Sorry, I forgot. Gun tail, and pull out the hideaway wings. Sixshot. Sixshot is pretty impressive, but before we get to him, let's take a gander at that head. The helmet flips up, and... what's this? Closer. Closer. That headband! That's the kanji for the number 6! No way! That's incredible! Anyways, moving on. Revolver here just pops out. Revolver is a Titan master, and I could care less about these guys. I mean, the introduction of the heads make for some new and interesting transformations that border themselves along the lines of parts forming, but regardless, I dig them. Standard articulation and bland, boring paint schemes, and yeah, they're headmasters. Sixshot, though. I am super happy they made his head fit inside a bucket helmet. Like, this makes it way better to look at, but, well, what would this guy have been without the Titan Master interchangeability? So therefore, we end up getting Six Scourge, Galvashot, and Six Blur. It works. Sorta. I think we'll just stick to Sixshot, though. So Sixshot. Dang, man. Just, wow. $60 Canadian, and you get all of this. He looks just beyond words. He's been updated in such a cool way. The modes all look and function way better. Just, wow, this guy is amazing. Amazing, though, does come at a bit of a size price. He's leader, which is great. But, well, size comparisons, and you be the judge. G1 Jazz, Masterpiece Daniel, Deluxe Blur, Voyager Scuba Gear Galvatron, G1 Sixshot, and Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. Personally, I would have loved to see this guy be at least G1 size, but at the same time, Leader Class Ultra Magnus is the same size as this guy, since they're both Leader Class, and therefore they actually scale pretty decently. I don't know, maybe I'm happy with the size. Alright, bot mode features. If you're not into making him look on-screen accurate, the fins fold up and tuck themselves away nicely into the chest, like I've said before. But, have I said how much I love this feature? This is so clean, so tidy, not just folded over the chest for no reason other than there's nowhere else to put them. This is amazing! So amazing! I'm gushing over fin storage! What is wrong with me? It's just to put a spot fins! Ah! Oh my goodness. Okay, articulation. Wheels turn to do however you wish with them. I mean, you have options, man. But wheels out affords more posability, just so you know. Head spins 360, though no up or down. I'm fine with this. The head can sort of not really look down if you really want it to, though, if you're really into that. Arms rotate 360, and they have a separate joint for outward. And you can almost squeeze maybe 2 or 3 extra degrees out of it if you use the rotating, swiveling shoulder. Forearms rotate 360, elbows bend almost 90, more so if you have the forearms extended. Hip flaps move out of the way for all your leg movement needs. Legs move forward and out. Legs bend 90 and swivel. And the center of balance is so great, you can even do this very civil pose without falling over. That is quite indubitably amazing. Wolf toes flip out if that's your bipedal jam, and check this out. Extreme ankle articulation. It doesn't quite work at low angles, but it can do 90. So you want to get the A stance? Well, bam! How about a come on type stance? Bob's your uncle. You want to hold little swords in battle against this guy? Anything is possible, as long as you have Hexatron. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it! So that's been my review for Titans Return Sixshot. An incredible figure. One that really surprised me, and I'm sure a ton of other people when they announced him. And it definitely has caught me off guard with just how stinking amazing this guy is. Oh man. Whew. I think that's enough gushing for today. This has been the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer.